This is Dale Callahan here. I just want to walk us through a quick view of LinkedIn and how we might use LinkedIn to find opportunities. People are always asking, how can we find out about companies and new companies? One of the first things that you need to do, and by the way, LinkedIn is a very powerful tool. We're looking here at my page on LinkedIn. But it's a very powerful tool to be able to search out people. It's made for linking people. And just if you look, if you're new to LinkedIn, as you sign up and you go to up here at LinkedIn.com, but you see this page here for new users, and it tells you about setting up a profile, setting up connections, and these are step-by-step instructions that's going to walk you through. And you see there's user guides here for if you're a student, if you're a job seeker, if you're entrepreneurs, and how different people use these. And believe me, different people do use LinkedIn for various reasons to find and connect to other people. Remember, opportunities come from people. That's it. The larger your network, the larger set of opportunities that you have. So, while there are some concerns about having a profile on the web, I certainly would go with the fact that most people are out here to find you. Now what you're seeing on mine, I set this up. I just began going in here and logging in and creating a password, and then basically LinkedIn walks you through the steps. As you see, one thing it's going to do, as you'll see over here, is 100% profile completeness. As you get ready to set things up, it's going to tell you, hey, you need to do this and you need to do this, and it's got various things that you can put in here. And a lot of this is pretty easy. You can take a resume and upload it. You can connect with your Outlook box and things like that. But getting to 100 profile completeness is pretty important because you're likely to be found. LinkedIn does some sort things to help you be found better, to make your tools better for this. And that includes putting a photo of yourself up there. So let's walk through how we might use this. Let me get here to the page I want. I'm going to come from my page, and I'm really trying, let's say I have interest in healthcare technology. So what I would like to do is I'm going to go over here to the people search, and let's go over here, and I'm just going to type healthcare technology. Now, and I just hit enter, and it's going to bring me up a bunch of people in healthcare and technology. Now, this maybe is not quite exactly what I want. Is you come over here and you notice there's a find people, advanced people search. Now, I can also search on companies here, but I really like looking at people because that, in the end, I want to talk to people. You can't talk to a company. It's a pretty boring conversation. So I can sit here and type healthcare technology in the keywords. I can type a person's name, I can type a city, a state. I'm just going to, in my case, I'm going to put in my postal code, and I'm going to say I want people within 50 miles. Now down here, notice I can pick industries, the groups, anything that's got the little N beside it in yellow. You have to be a paid member to use that, and it's $40 a month, so it's probably not something you're ready to do. But basically, I'm going to leave everything else alone. I did not mean to get my name and everything in here, so I think I did that accidentally. Alright, so what I'm going to do is now search 50 miles of my zip code, people with healthcare and technology in their profile, and search, and we're going to see what this brings back. Now, notice there's just a list of people, and if you come down to the bottom, there is a pages and pages and pages of people. Now, this shows me a couple of things. For beginners, it shows me that there's a lot of people with healthcare and technology in their background. And we can look here at Billy Patterson, his software engineering at Infinity Insurance. Somewhere in his background, he's got healthcare and technology embedded in there. Gibb does, Curtis does. But as I'm looking through here, I'm finding like Henry at the time. I think he's working for Regions. I may not be finding everything I want. The other thing we notice is this first. That means I'm directly connected to these people. They've sent me a message and said, hey, we would like to connect to you directly, and so I'm connected to them. Now, but let's say I want to go and do an advanced search again, and I'm going to leave the healthcare and technology up there. And I'm going to look for people who have titles of VP, President, Director, maybe CEO, um, maybe CTO, Chief Technology Officer. Again, I'm going to leave everything else alone. I'm going to do 35244, leave that. I want people in 50 miles of me. Going to research this. Obviously, I've spelled something wrong. Let's get rid of some of these titles here, just in case. All right. Okay. I don't know what that was. That was probably a typo. But all right. So what we're looking at here is we see a smaller set of people because I've picked some titles, and so we're seeing 5 or so pages instead of so many. Now the thing that's amazing here is you see, well, this guy's in management consulting. This guy's president of Vipar. Now I don't know what Vipar is. Well, actually, I know what Vipar is, but you may not know what Vipar is. But this is a chance. Look, he's in the hospital and healthcare industry. We can go look up on Vipar now and say, hey, is this a company? It's located in Birmingham, Alabama, right here with me. Have I ever heard of it? Because the problem is we know of the large hospitals, we know of the large organizations, but there's so many opportunities out there, we may not know who they are. Here's another one. Maqbool is Senior Vice President and CTO of Accutech, Information Technology and Services. I don't know what that is. Now, if I go search, and I happen to do that, this brings me up names. AT&T, I know who they are. I don't have a clue who this company is. Who is Lifestyle Perks? I don't know. I mean, this just shows me companies. Are these individuals working out of their house? Are they companies that are doing hiring? Don't know. Let's just pick on one here, number 3, Maqbool, that I found at Accutech. I come over to their website, and here's what I find out, some stuff about them. I can read about them, and some of they're essentially developing healthcare applications on the iPad and iPhones and things like that. They have contact us, support, so I can read about them. But on this chart, I might be able to find their phone number, but the key thing is right now, I know their Senior Vice President and Chief Technology Officer. I know who he is. I can click on Maqbool's profile here. Now, I happen to be connected to him, so it's not the best example. So obviously, I can contact him. Here is his email. His phone number is going to be embedded in here, and I can just make a phone call to him. Let's find someone I am not connected to. That looks like they may be of interest to me, or at least I'm not directly connected to. All right, George. Now, White Plumes Technologies. Okay, not necessarily what I'm looking for here, but let's say I don't know who they are, so let's pick up on them. Where is that? White Plumes, George. Notice there's a second here. And let's say there's something here, and I do a search on White Plume. I'm thinking, yeah, I really think contacting George, because George is Vice President of Development, sounds like who I want to talk to. Now, on George's profile, since I'm not connected to him, I don't know George. Over here in this section it says how I'm connected to George. I'm second connected. Well, I'm connected via Jeff Gordon. So now, if I want to get to George, I know Jeff. I can contact Jeff, and by the way, if I want to be introduced to him, there's a button right here that says get introduced through a connection. And this thing's pretty smart because it already knows who the connections are. I can say here's why I want to talk to him, and here's include a brief note. So I can say, George, hey, I want to meet with you, talk to you. Love to talk about I'm an engineer looking for opportunities in healthcare, and see that you're involved in healthcare, and put a note down here to Jeff. Hey, Jeff, just see you're connected to him, like to connect. Send Jeff a message. Jeff will get an email. Jeff can add something to it and say, yeah, I know Dale. George, you probably want to talk to him, or maybe not. So we get this introduction, and we set up meetings. People do this all the time. Now, this is a great tool because, again, the key is there's so many opportunities out there, so many people working in a field that you may be interested in that you've never heard of the company, you don't know what they're doing, You don't realize there's something going on in your city in these fields. So this is a great opportunity to reach out. Now, what do you do when you reach out? Well, that's more information later. That's the next step. Well, we at least wanted to get you this far to take a look at what's going on LinkedIn and using it as a tool.